This is Jonathan Aguilar here for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to be joined by George Kambosos Jr. He's training hard out in Miami for this big Lee Selby fight on October 31st. George, how's it going?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm training hard. Like you said, I'm out here in Miami, and I put in the work 3-4 times a day. So surely no stone unturned in this preparation. I've been putting a lot of hard work back in Sydney, Australia, and I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped, and fully focused on victory.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like every fighter was frustrating, especially knowing that this fight was meant to happen in May. There was a few complications, but it's obviously mainly due to the COVID, and we've landed here on October 31st on a big Usyk Chisora card. Has Lee Selby been playing on your mind for the last 5-6 months?
No, I don't care about Lee Selby. I know the business I'm going to do against him. More than anything, it's given me more time to become faster, more explosive, more aggressive, more powerful, to add even more boxing IQ to my game. While Selby's, sat around, done what he's had to do in his training, and gotten older, gotten slower. So, look, October 31st, it's all going to be there for everyone to see the difference.
You've fought in many big cards. As you mentioned, we spoke a bit off camera, the Terence Crawford, Mean Machine undercards. You fought on Brona Pacquiao. I'm guessing you're not really going to be phased by the occasion going into October 31st.
No, look, I love fighting on the big cards. I love fighting on enemy territory. Whatever situation, I adapt and I come through with victory. So, like you said, I fought on some big cards, with big crowds there already. So, for this fight to be on enemy territory without a crowd on a big show, it's great. I've got no issues. At the end of the day, it's me and Selby in that ring, nobody else.
What have you made so far? We'll talk about Lee in a minute, but what have you made so far of your rise up the rankings? You're 18-0, 10 KOs. As you say, you fought on big cards before. What have you made of your rise and how it's gone for you so far in the lightweight division?
The rise has been great. We've been very smart. I've got a great team. And early in my career, the plan was always to take out everyone in Australia, which I did. Took out the best there. Some really good fighters there, but we took them out. A few of them were world rated, and we made it look easy. Then we went to the US. After 10-0, we went straight to America. We tested ourselves against the best of the best in sparring. I've sparred over 24 world champions. Got into the Pacquiao camps, and built that experience and done the hard rounds with him. And then my career started moving. We fought a massive fight in our last fight, another former world champion in their backyard. And we've made the right roads. And this is the time now. This is the time where I want the former world champions. And after I take out another one, Lee Selby, I want the world champion. I'm coming for everything I deserve. And all the hard work I put in, it will show.
Just talk me through that a bit. I didn't even know you'd sparred the likes of Manny Pacquiao. How did you find that?
Yeah, we didn't just do one round. We've done 250 rounds together, 3 world title campaigns. Wow. For the Jeff Horn camp, and obviously the Matisse and Adrian Broner camp. And he wanted me to be with him forever. Unfortunately, I had to do what's right for my career and tell him, look, I'm going to chase my career and not just be a sparring partner. Which he was cool. He knows I'm going to be world champion. He knows the talent I have and the hard work that I put in. It's a fantastic experience. I see Lee Selby talking about he's got experience. Well, we don't have experience as well. We've been in there with legendary fighters. We've fought the former world champions now. Whatever you're going to show me, and I've seen it before.
Manny Pacquiao, there's been talk of a possible Conor McGregor fight. What do you make of that? Do you think this is possible?
Look, Manny, he's done everything in boxing. He's fought the hardest fights. He beat Keith Thurman, a young, fresh Keith Thurman in his last fight. So, look, if he wants to take McGregor on and make it a money spin and ice McGregor within the first couple of rounds, which I think he would, why not? But, look, you got to give accolades to McGregor as well. He's coming in there and to fight Mayweather and now fight Pacquiao, 2 biggest names in boxing, from an MMA guy. You got to give him credit. But, look, it's going to be a showcase. That's what it is. It's entertainment, and look, I'm all about that real boxing, real fighting. But all the best to him.
Lee Selby, former world champion at featherweight, he's obviously moved up to lightweight. What do you make of this move up to lightweight? A good win over Ricky Burns last time out, almost a year to the, or it will be over a year ago when you step in the ring with him. What have you made of him and his move up to lightweight particularly?
Look, if he feels better at lightweight, and if that's what he thinks is going to help him in his later part of his career, then so be it. But when he comes up against a young, hungry, natural lightweight who is fighting for something, not a guy like Ricky Burns who's already done it in boxing and is old. Now, you got a 27-year-old hungry fighter in your face for 12 rounds, if it even lasts 12 rounds. So, look, he's going to ask himself them questions. He's probably already asked himself them questions in camp already. Think, am I at this level now? Am I at, do I hang him up? Or, he's going to ask some questions early in the fight, and he's going to say that time to hang him up. I'm just not there anymore. These young guys have come through, and the new gen is here. And come October 31st, I plan on showing that.
He's obviously saying that he's faced the better caliber of opponents throughout his career. He's been a professional, obviously, longer than yourself. Is that a factor at all going into this fight, in your opinion?
Not at all. Look, Mickey Bay had faced some great opposition too. Like I said, the experience doesn't play a part. I've been in there with over 20 world champions. I've been in there with legendary guys, Hall of Famers. I've been around some solid guys, and I fought some solid guys as well coming up the ranks. So look, whatever helps him sleep at night. But come October 31st, it's going to be a different story. Whatever is in his head now, it's going to change real fast.
You mentioned these world champions, the likes of Manny Pacquiao. Which world champion other than Pacquiao have you learnt sort of the most with in sparring that you've taken from, or advice they've given you?
Look, Jose Ramirez, Ray Beltran, solid guy, Sergey Lipinets, all great sparring partners that I've worked very closely with. So, look, these guys are up the top, especially Jose Ramirez and Pacquiao. They're there right now. So we know where we're going, we know where we're heading. And look, October 31st, get ready.
You are one win away from potentially, or if not, fighting the winner of Vasiliy Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. That fight we know is happening maybe 2 weeks or so before your fight. How much are you thinking of that carrot dangling that you could fight for the potentially the undisputed title in one win away?
Look, it's there. Bob Arum wants to do it. He's stated a few times that he wants to bring the big Kambosos Lomachenko fight back to Australia, in a stadium fight where you'd sell out 50, 60,000 people. The carrot's there, but, my main carrot is Lee Selby. That's the man I'm looking at right now. Whatever is meant to be is meant to be, and that fight will be there when I do the business against Lee Selby. But I'm here in Miami, full focus, no stone unturned, and there's only one man on my mind. That's Lee Selby.
Just on that fight, do you believe that Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez?
Look, it's a good fight. I think if Teofimo wants to make an impact, he has 4 to 5 rounds to do something. He's got to hurt Lomachenko. He's got to get his respect straight away. If he can't do anything in the early part of the fight, I think Loma's just going to be able to outbox him and outmaneuver him and, pick him to a points decision. But look, it's an exciting fight. As my fight with Lee Selby, you got the young bull versus the old bull. You got the guy that's the former world champion that's been there, and the young guy that's coming up that's about to be there. It's good fights and great for world boxing. That's the kind of fights that the world wants to see.
I think I saw some comments where you said that if you beat Lee Selby, you believe that he will retire. Do you stick by that statement that you believe you end Lee Selby's career on October 31st?
Or where else has he got to go? There's no road after this. Look, that's up to him. But I think he'll never fight again after I do my business October 31st. But that's up to him to sit down with his team once he gets dismantled on October 31st.
You mentioned possibility of fighting Lomachenko in Australia, and that is obviously looking further ahead, possibly into next year. But how much would that mean to you going down as sort of an Australian legend as you would be fighting someone like Lomachenko, and if you beat him as well, or Lopez? Look,
I'm for the glory. I'm here to leave a legacy. Any other distraction is not on my mind. I'm here for all the legacy, to leave the name that Kambosos, done the business in the ring. He become an Australian icon in the fight game and a world icon in the fight game. Look, that's there. I can feel it. I've seen it already. I've envisioned it already. But I'm focused on one man only.
You said you're training 3-4 times a day. That's quite some going. What does that sort of all involve? If you can just sort of tell us sort of an average day, is that running, sparring, miles? What does it involve?
Look, I'm not going to let too much out, but everything you said, plus more. That's what we're doing. We are working extremely hard. Look, I've left my family. I've left my 2 kids back in Australia in the middle of a pandemic. I've flown to Miami, then I'm ready to fly out to the UK. I'm here by myself, sacrificing every day. A young, hungry lion is coming, October 31st. I'm ready.
Just for those in the UK that haven't seen your style yet, and they will do on October 31st, what can they look forward to?
Ferocious. That's what you're going to see. Ferocious Kambosos. Explosive, hard, fast puncher with a good boxing IQ and can take you out in any second.
I should have mentioned your nickname before.
That's all right. I got
it. Just one more. Go on, carry on.
I'm excited. I have a lot of UK fans. Obviously, I've got a big social media presence, and a lot have been messaging me. They're excited for this fight. Unfortunately, they can't get to the arena, but they're all going to tune in. Look, I feel like I got more English fans than what Selby has. Being a Welshman, but this is an exciting time for my career, and I've always looked forward to fighting in the UK. I fought in the big arenas here in the US, and I fought at the MGMs, I fought at the MSGs. Now it's to come to the UK, and the UK is an amazing, fight fan base. They love it. They love the fight sports, and what better for a young, explosive, hungry fighter like myself to showcase. I can't wait.
Great. And just one other fight outside of yourselves that I want to get your opinion on in the lightweight division. Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia are set to meet probably later this year. What do you think on that fight, George?
Look, I think Luke Campbell, he's got something to prove. I mean, he's pulled up short, obviously against Linares and Lomachenko. So I believe he might edge it. I think he might edge it. But again, you can't underestimate Ryan Garcia. He's got that explosive power. But I think Campbell is going to edge it. But we'll see. It's another good, exciting fight. Look, the lightweight division is the best division in the world. Today they announced Gervonta Davis will be fighting, obviously, on the same day, October 31st, against Santa Cruz. So some great fights all around this October-November period for all the lightweights.
Yeah, what a time to be a lightweight. As you mentioned, so many fights. And one fight that you're only focused on is Lee Selby, though.
Yeah, truly am. That's the only man that I see. And that's business right there. That's a business I've got to get through, and the rest will all fall into place. I've got a great team, great promoter, great managers, and everything is going to fall into place. But Lee Selby, you're the only man that I'm looking at right now.
Final one, if you can you give me a prediction? Does this fight end in the distance, by distance, or by knockout?
Look, it's going to be a painful night. I'm knocking him out. He's getting taken out. Like I said, I'm not playing games here. I've had to wait a long time for this fight, and this is my time right now.
Well, George, I wish you all the very best of luck in the remaining few weeks of camp. Look forward to seeing this battle with Lee Selby on October 31st. And it's going to be a great fight for the fans.
Definitely a great fight for the fans, and a big statement for Ferocious Kambosos. Another former world champion in their backyard, and everything's going to fall into place after this. Pleasure.
Cheers, George. All the best.
Cheers.